A deadline is looming for an Aransas Pass place of worship that has been allowing a handful of homeless individuals a place to set up their tents outside.
Yeah, the police department there saying they've been trying to work with the group for the last 6 months in order to give them time to comply with local and state camping laws, something they say hasn't happened. Our Bill Churchwell joins us now with what could happen if the church doesn't meet that deadline of February 1st.
Well, that deadline just about 3 days away. It's a dilemma we first told you about back in August. Today, I went back to the Remnant House of Worship off Commercial Street, where that effort by its pastor could start landing them and the handful of homeless staying there with citations. Just behind the Remnant is where we met
Rowdy Raleigh Ray.
He says he's thankful for what he calls his safe space.
I love everything that they do for me.
He's one of about 5 individuals who have been allowed by Pastor Tracy Frazier to set up this homeless camp at their place of worship. Since our original story 6 months ago, Frazier says they raised enough money to build this privacy fence after complaints that it had become an eyesore. They also set up a porta potty.
We didn't come here to try to cause problems for anyone, you know. We're trying to just help people. That's what we want to do.
Despite their efforts, the fence won't be enough. Police contend the homeless camp will need to come into compliance with local and state laws.
That's what they're doing, is they're saying that we're a shelter, and then with it being a shelter, there's all these guidelines that you have to follow.
Police say they have notified the church that they will have to develop a homeless camping plan that will need to be presented to council by February 1st, something that hasn't happened yet.
What they're wanting us to do is get medical and mental health and provide rides back and forth to their appointments. We can't afford it.
The pastor has since sent a letter to the police department.
I wanted in writing exactly what it is that they want us to comply with.
Aransas Pass PD Captain Alvin Luker says police have been forthcoming to try and work with the church and provide information on the law, but that deadline is fast approaching.
So the February 1st is the date that we all agreed upon its meeting in October, that would be the date that the minister, Ms. Frazier, would be able to have a homeless camping plan developed and then subsequently presented to the city council.
Police sending a letter back to the church explaining their previous communication. They also want to clear up any misconception that they were trying to shut down the church. Captain Luker says that is not their intention.
We're absolutely not trying to infringe on the ability for that church to operate.
And tonight, both sides tell me they're trying to work toward a solution that works well for everyone. Now, when Thursday comes, the church will not be cleared or vacated. Captain Luker said that they are not trying to make arrest or take anything away, but eventually the church could face consequences in the form of citations if they don't fall within those guidelines there. Back to you.